Hello, everyone. Hopefully, you are out enjoying, even though it's a digital civic engagement course, hopefully, you're out in nature enjoying this wonderful weather. You can hear maybe the leaf blower in the background, right? The sounds of fall. All right, so we are going to get into module 6, which, by the way, you're getting closer and closer to the end of class. I always like to let you know that. And it was wonderful. I met almost all of you in our mentor meetings now that we finished all of them this week with finishing up with social media. Your projects are looking great. People have already done their watermarks. I've seen some templates for the newsletter. Other people have started on their translations, everything. So that is wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. And it was great to meet you all in quote unquote person. All right. So, module 6, what you're going to be doing. So, the first part for the preheat, you're going to make another video and it's going to focus around the 3 words you wish you never had to encounter in the digital world. Right? So keep it PG, but it's a fact of like mine is definitely sure. When someone writes back to me, I'm like, hey, do you want to go out to dinner or whatever? And if it's my mom, it doesn't matter. And she says, sure. I have this moment where I'm like, so do you not want to go or do you want to go? I want a definitive yes or no. So we're going to get into that. Remember, do not do these on your phone. Do not record the video on your phone and try to upload it because Canvas just doesn't like the phone. All right. If you need a reminder of how to make the video via Canvas, then I have a video on how to make the video. All right. So you'll put that right in this thread. Then once you move on to there, your best practices, we're not going to do a best practice this week because you're going to be working, you're supposed to be working in perusal, but I talked to them today and it's still broken. So we're not going to be doing that. So go through the overview and it's going to show you what you're going to be doing and what you're going to be working on. Then when you get to your reading and media links, so your 2 readings are listed. We're going to be talking about New York Times wrote this article and there's been more kind of exposure about this idea of how they need to include emotions within what they're writing, as in having emotional tick marks in order to let people know if they're being serious about something, if they're being sarcastic when they write it, because people are getting misinterpretation. All right, so you're going to read those and read about this like idea of the tone indicators, and then you are going to use those tone indicators for the piece on he pretended to be Trump's family, then Trump fell for it. All right, so you're going to read that article. In the discussion post, then you are going to pull 7 quotes from the Trump article, and you're going to use the 7 tone indicators for each one of those. All right. So in the discussion post, you're going to have the quote, and then you're going to have your tone indicator that aligns with that quote. Okay. So that's what you're doing for your readings. And which means your knowledge check, there isn't one because it's going to be in that discussion post. So that's good to go. Then the next part that you're going to go into beyond the announcement page is going to be on our activity. So we are going to do the 5 ethics of digital engagement. All right. This is based off the videos about what people really didn't like hearing. And it's also going to be based off of the discussion post about people's response and reactions to certain quotes and sentences. All right. So you're going to go into that discussion post, go into the preheat discussion post, watch a few, then also take information from the discussion post on the Trump piece. And part 1 is you're going to answer these questions, right? What are the people responding in the same way to, right? If people are pulling the same quotes, if they're using the same tone indicators, what do they have that? Where do you see huge variance? What do you see represented the most for the tone indicators, right? And what tone indicator never gets mentioned? All right. Then part 2, after you made those observations, you're going to ask these questions in order to get yourself to this part of like, what is it that's the ethical issue here? All right. You're not writing any of this yet. Then part 3 is where you write. This is going to be your 5 ethics of digital engagement. So based off that research, based off the information of your personal notes, you now are going to come up with 5 ethics and you're going to explain them. All right. So this is all in there. And then you have to have that in by Friday as always. And, or I'm sorry, actually, no, that one is not due on Friday. I have that due the following week in case people don't put their discussion post in until Friday. All right. But that's all marked on there. All right. So then your discussion board, good. Your discussion board's been going great. Everyone look on there for questions. If decubing is not working, you may need to get an access code from me. So text me or you can email me and I will send you that access code. All right. Thanks, everybody. Let me know if you have any questions. Keep up the good work. Bye.